I'm not a Buddhist, but I really like the idea that we can put an end to suffering. Buddhists aren't saying that we can put an end to the physical pains that we feel, like getting hurt or burning yourself on an iron. And they're not saying that you won't feel sad, and they're not saying that bad things won't happen to you, because they will. And natural disasters, illnesses, death, they're gonna happen. It's unavoidable, and you're gonna feel pain. But the point is that you don't have to suffer. Pain is what happens, and suffering is what you do as a result of the pain, how you handle the pain, how you relate to it. Struggling and sitting in the pain and thinking about whatever has happened to you only makes it worse, and that's what suffering is. It's what making that pain worse. And having the woe is me attitude and feeling sorry for yourself doesn't help either. That's just what makes us suffer. The comforting thing is that everyone suffers. It's just part of life. Everyone goes through it. Everyone has these pains and trials they must face. But as we become more aware and we become able to see things for what they really are, we're really able to see how true this is, that pain's just a part of life, an unescapable part of life. One sees and knows beyond a shadow of a doubt that suffering touches every moment of phenomenal experience, and that no amount of struggle is going to change that fact. This realization is devastating, at least of the one sees truly that there is no way out. As our awareness increases, we're also able to see the cause of our suffering. This is explained by the Buddhist word Trishna, which means thirst, and it's our search for emotional, physical, and mental satisfaction. Thus, suffering is seen in all its pervasive extent. One gains a clear view of how one creates it through thirst. One experiences glimpses of the cessation of ego, and one clearly sees the necessity and logic of the path. And when you're able to see that, it makes things a little easier. And the second noble truth provides a detailed explanation of karma. And karma is, in our current existence, the culmination of cause and effects relationships of what has happened to us in the past, the choices we have made, how they've impacted us, what we've said, what we've done, how we've reacted to things. And when we looked at everything that's happened to us, we can see, how can it be any other way? How could these things not happen to us with what has been leading up to it? And even though we can't have control over what happens to us sometimes, we can control how we react to it. And there will be pain, but there doesn't have to be suffering. It's all about how you deal with that pain and what you do with it and how you handle yourself. And if you realize why it's happened, we don't have to suffer. And I believe that we can put an end to suffering. And that's a pretty amazing idea. Thanks for listening.